Hi, this is the speaking test for International English Language Testing System. My name is Vikas Sharma. I am going to be your IELTS test examiner today. This test is being recorded for quality and evaluation purpose. The candidate is Sanjana and the candidate number is 193434. Today is 3rd of October 2023. Hello.
Hello.
May I have your ID, please?
Yes, of course.
Well, thank you. Well, Sanjana, in this first part for IELTS speaking, I'll be asking you some questions about yourself. Most of them are personal. So, Sanjana, where are you from?
I am from Kurukshetra, which is located in the northern part of India, and it is also known as land of Mahabharata.
And how long have you been living here?
Well, since my childhood, as I was born there, and my family was living there with my all grandparents, and my ancestors are also from there. So we usually stay up for almost my childhood there.
Are you a student or do you have a job?
Yes, I am a student. Recently, I completed my graduation in Kurukshetra University in science stream, and now I am preparing for my IELTS exam as I want to go foreign for my further studies.
Why?
Because I think that there are more opportunities in foreign as compared to India, and I want to enhance my all skills, basic skills that are necessary in my day-to-day routines.
So, what subjects have you studied?
I studied physics, chemistry, and maths, and in physics, chemistry, and maths, along with English, is an in compulsory subject during my academics. And it's always fascinating to learn English as it enhances my social skills. And as I mentioned above, I want to go foreign for my further studies, so it's always very fascinating for me to learn English.
Let's talk about your hometown. So, is it a nice place for a child to grow up?
Yes, obviously, as I'm an example, I brought up here and I get to know about all the basic skills that are very helpful for me, and I get to know about all the environment and peaceful environment, and I also get to know about the culture and the traditions that are followed by different people and divergent people. Apart from this, there are various facilities also available. Additionally, I do believe that there are very peaceful environment in my area that is very helpful for each and everybody to concentrate on something.
So, is there something that you would like to change about this place?
Well, actually, everything is quite good, but if my suggestion is recommended, I think that public transportation facility is not quite good, and so that I think that this facility must be changed. As on daily basis, I have to go on my I have to go on my academy, and I usually catch bus. But as my academy is opened at a sharp 9 p.m. and it becomes sometimes difficult for me to arrive at the fixed time due to low transportation facility.
Let's talk about tea or coffee. So, do you like to drink coffee or tea?
Well, actually, tea is my favorite beverage to drink in the morning. As I belong to the countryside area, coffee is not that much famous in my area. It is usually served during some special occasions like weddings and parties. And I usually like to drink tea in early morning. As being an IELTS aspirant, it refreshes my mind and makes me able to wake up early in the morning.
How often do you drink coffee or tea?
Well, usually twice a time a day, in the morning and in the evening time. As I mentioned above, being an IELTS aspirant, it refreshes my mind and it also helped me to wake up and rejuvenate my mind. And as my mother made a very tasty and delicious tea with some garlic and ginger in the tea, and it also helpful for me to concentrate on something with very focus and bright mind.
Do Indian people like to drink a lot of coffee or tea?
Well, actually, in my country, mostly people choose drink tea, as coffee is mostly available during some special occasions like parties and weddings. It is not very much common. And during daily routines, as a tea is preferred by majority of people as it refreshes their mind, and it is also used as a medicine. Like some people used to drink tea when they have headache, and also when they have stomach pain also.
Let's talk about science. So, when did you start to learn science?
Well, actually, I remember the thing that when I was in sixth class, I get to know about magnets. When one of my science teacher tell us about magnet, how magnet distract and repel each other. It's very fascinating for me to get to know about science.
Is there any technology that you think is useful in our daily life?
Well, actually, I think smartphones that we used on our daily basis, and I'm not an exception. I almost glued to my smartphone as I get to know about all the things with my smartphone, and it's very conveniently available at home. And it also enhance my some basic skills and also act as an entertainment for purpose for me as I watch a lot of entertaining videos on my smartphone.
Sanjana, that's the end of your speaking part 1. In part 2 for IELTS speaking, I will be giving you a topic to speak upon. You have to speak on this topic for 1 or 2 minutes. You can make notes if you wish to. Here is your paper and pencil. You have 1 minute for the preparation of the notes, and you have to talk about someone you know who loves cooking. Well, you may begin speaking now.
Well, first of all, I would like to begin by stating that India is incredibly unique in terms of its culture, traditions, spirituality, and flora and fauna. Food is not an exception either. Every region has its unique cuisine. I believe that food brings people together. We do not need a silver spoon to relish tasty food. Talking about myself, honestly speaking, I am a horrible cook but I am a complete foodie. I almost worship my refrigerator. Kitchen is my favorite place. Unfortunately, I am a horrible cook and it's not my cup of tea to prepare a food. However, if I must talk about a person who loves cooking is none other than my cousin sister. Well, actually, it was the time of COVID-19 when the world was deadly hit by coronavirus. There was a complete lockdown imposed in the entire country and people were house arrested. At that time, me and my cousin sister are very free from all academic burden, as all the educational institutions are closed and we do not have any kind of pressure about with regards to our academics and study. We just spend our leisure time by spending their on laying bed, and it becomes very difficult for us to stay at home as it's not our cup of tea to stay at home for a long while. Apart from this, at that time I get to know about my sister's cooking skill. As I mentioned above, I am very free from all burdens. She prepared a very good cooking food, and she not only prepared Indian food, she is very good at preparing Italian and as well as Chinese food that is now nowadays very easily available at every restaurants. Additionally, I get to know about the skills that she have while preparing foods. And
Well, thank you so much, Sanjana. That's the end of your part 2 for IELTS speaking. Can I have the pencil and paper back? Well, in the last part for IELTS speaking, Sanjana, I'll be asking you some general questions about the topic you just spoke upon. So let's talk about what do people need to prepare before they cook. So what do you think are the kind of preparations which people need before they cook?
well, there are several things that people usually need when they prepare a food. First and foremost, I do believe that they have a vast majority of knowledge about the recipes, about the dishes which they want to prepare. Apart from this, they usually get to know. They usually have knowledge about the equipments of kitchen. That are required in preparing a food, and also about ingredients that are used in preparing a food. Additionally, I do believe that people usually know the precautions that must be measured during preparing a food.
So do you agree that food is an important part of festivals in your country?
Definitely, yes. As I mentioned above, India is a diverse country and every region has its unique tradition and culture. Also, they do have their own cuisine and food. I do believe that people in my country, people do exchange their food with different people and usually think it kind of celebrating their festival as it brings people together, and a feel of togetherness and a feel of communication will feel at that time, and it brings a lot of happiness and joy of togetherness.
Let's talk about the eating habits of people. So, how do you think the eating habits of people have changed from the last couple of years to now?
Well, in number of ways. First and foremost, I do believe that in the past time people usually eat together, but as nowadays people do have hectic and mechanical schedule, they do not have enough time to spend with their family members
Why?
because they do have a lot of work and they do maintain their financial stability. In order to earn more and more, they usually spend their all of time in earning money instead of spending with family.
And do you think children should learn how to cook?
Well, actually, I have mixed opinion. I would say yes and no both. Talking about brighter side, I do believe that cooking is a life skills. As when a children want to go foreign and they want to live away from their parents, they know about the cooking skills and know how to prepare a food. Apart from this, I talking about darker side. There are some precautions that must be measured while preparing a food, so it become necessary to it not become necessary for children to learn preparing food.
Well, Sanjana, that's the end of your speaking test today. Thank you.